Annihilator. And what's it gonna be?
Extreme!
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Master of Mayhem, Craig Charles.
Tonight, we go as extreme as it gets. The Annihilator! 6 robots enter the war zone, and the annihilation begins. 6 down to 5. 5 down to 4, and so on until 1 is left battered and bloodied, but with its head held high. So who's seen an Annihilator before? You see, they know what's coming. But for the rest of them, Jonathan, what can they expect?
Oh, Craig, from the evidence of our previous Annihilator, we'll see many a smash, crash, bash and mash. 6 robots come together to fight the war zone flipper, to fight the axes and spikes. From the pits to the height of success, who will avoid the crunch and, just like Pussycat last time around, go on to become the best of the bunch.
They've gone for Pussycat! Oh, yes. That's why there's such a buzz round here tonight. So, Jonathan, who's up for annihilation this very evening?
Well, in the main, Craig, the winners of our Mayhem qualifiers. Not so here. The Yellow Atomic won the heat but broke down after qualifying, leaving Fighting Talk with a kilt to go through. We tossed the caber with Fighting Talk. They say they're now improved and better. Diator and Shere Khan fell victim to Panic Attack. The previous British champions, brilliantly controlled by Kim Davis, simply forked and knifed their way through to the Annihilator. The Steel Avenger bucked the trend and Tornado, and the wheels came off King B. Power's campaign. The Avenger was bullied, and it was a tight decision.
Now this is, I've been informed, a really close call. But they've gone for Steel Avenger!
Napalm were surprise winners against Spider and Gemini. The Spider's web was cremated. Then Gemini simply died. And though Napalm were left 6 feet under, they do rise again here. The wedge-shaped spirit of Knightmare was always too strong for Judge Shred, but not for Bulldog Breed. They actually won the Mayhem, but then conked out. So the spirit lives on. Last but not least, Disc-O-Inferno unleashed awesome power to slice and dice Velociripper and Come and Getrix in just a trice. Phew-wee, lead to the 6 who survived them. Disc-O-Inferno, Steel Avenger, Napalm, Spirit of Knightmare, Fighting Talk, and Panic Attack. And Julia's lucky enough to be surrounded by them all in the pits right now.
Yes, Jonathan, I'm here with the 6 winners from the Mayhems, ready to bust their stuff in the Annihilator. First up, it's Fighting Talk. What is your Fighting Talk team?
We might be called Fighting Talk, but in the arena we're going to be all action.
OK. Alex, who are you going for first?
Napalm, because their armour is so weak.
They are weak, aren't they?
Yes.
Trembling they'll be after that. Hello, Kim and the Panic Attack team. Is this going to be a walk in the park for you then?
We're not against 5 others, but I think we need a bigger pit to put a few more in there.
Napalm, welcome. Are you looking forward to this?
Yes, we are. We're going to stand and deliver.
Big bust-up time. Let's see it. Hello, Spirit of Knightmare. Looking forward to this?
Very much so. Any robot, any time, any place, anywhere. That's us.
Come
We're
on.
Nightmare by name and Nightmare by nature.
Okay. Disc-O-Inferno, are you going to let them talk to you like that?
We're quietly confident we can win this in our tea break, really.
We shall see. And finally, we have the Steel Avenger team. Welcome. Looking forward to this?
Yeah, should be a good fight. We're going to go in there and chop anything that comes near us with the axe. And we're not going to give up. We're going to go out fighting. Death before dishonour.
Absolutely brilliant. Well, everybody's confident. Good luck to all of you, I think.
If you are of a nervous disposition, I warn you, look away now. For the rest of us, let the Annihilator begin!
From Thornhill, Panic Attack.
A Robot Wars legend with Kim Davis at the controls has never failed to reach the British Championship semi-finals. Impenetrable, but those forklifts can let the robot down with a bump.
Hello, we're Team Panic Attack. My name's Kim Davis, this is my son Michael, and this is Christian. This is our robot Panic Attack. This year, we're here to cause some serious damage. We're going to mangle, maim, and crush.
From Colvin, Spirit of Nightmare.
A refined wedge with a full-width pneumatic lifter, twin high-speed blending discs, a 9cm full-width ramming cone, and twin pneumatic piercers.
Hi, I'm Nigel. This is Team Nightmare, Lee and Malcolm. This is our brand new robot, Spirit of Nightmare. We've got a flipper on the front, mincers on the side, and piercers at the back. Our middle name's Damage.
From Aberdour, near Edinburgh in Scotland, Fighting Talk.
Robot Wars veterans, we've seen them as Small Talk, All Talk, and Fighting Talk. It's a new shape, design, and a new name, Hippopotamus.
Hi, I'm Richie. This is Alex.
Hello.
This is Ellen.
Hello.
And we're Team Hippopotamus. Ellen's donated our yellow plastic hippopotamus sandpit. Alex has donated his skateboard wheels, and I've donated all this equipment inside. We have a big ram that fires this axe up here, down with some force, but we've also got a spinning disc on the end that spins up, should do some damage when it hits. So been in the wars before, this year we're back for more.
From New Ash Green, Napalm.
I worry about the defensive capabilities of this in this sort of company. At 84 kilos, it's the lightest left in, a large titanium hull with steel spikes attached.
Good evening from Dave, Claire and Vicky and Napalm, back for another war.
From Holton St Mary, Steel Avenger.
Joint quickest left in with top speeds of up to 15 miles an hour. A powerful pneumatic axe robot with a rear flipper, steel frame and steel polycarbonate armour.
I'm John Willoughby, this is Jackie, and this is Tony. This is our robot, the Steel Avenger, and we are Team Steel Avenger. We've come along here to do some serious damage for the robots and kick some serious road butt.
From Cambridge, Disc-O-Inferno.
Watch for the 30-kilo, huge 3,000 RPM flywheel here. It could be lethal, it's invertible, it can run both ways up. 24 volts power, so let's dance!
Roboteers, stand by.
In one of our control pods, Panic Attack, Steel Avenger, and Spirit of Nightmare on the right. They're Fighting Talk on the left, Disc-O-Inferno, and Napalm on the right again. And our two house robots in the war zone, Sir Killalot with the crushing claws. And alongside our mighty knight, Matilda, with the tusks and the spinning flywheel and the danger with every breath.
3, 2, 1, activate.
If you had to ask me, the favourites, I go for Disc-O-Inferno and Panic Attack. They're in the middle, being sandwiched. The Steel Avenger got in a blow. Also Fighting Talk in the yellow. The Steel Avenger slamming in down to the Hippopotamus team. And away comes Fighting Talk, rocking and rolling. More activity and action than you see from a normal hippo. This is the Steel Avenger. And right in the middle there, Napalm, and something's come off immediately. I worried about the armour plating of Napalm up on top of Panic Attack, but in trouble early on there. Napalm with a skull on the back of what looks like a garden pitchfork, to be honest, is wavering and wobbling. Fighting Talk in the mix as well, but the main brunt of the attack is on Napalm and Spirit of Knightmare there, the wedge in underneath. As Sir Killalot takes a look and plucks Napalm up into the war zone sky. Down they come with a crunch. Spirit of Knightmare in there as well. Panic Attack turning away. Spirit of Knightmare has the flipper stuck open. No, they come down. Sword movement there from the prongs at the back as well. There's the Disc-O-Inferno team. Staying out of danger early on. Waiting and biding their time. Once again, the Steel Avenger with the Feather Duster. Telltale insignia on the back is in the mix of things. Panic Attack trying to get in underneath Fighting Talk with a little bit of a lift. Look at the scratches and dents and scars on the hippo. Spirit of Knightmare in underneath as well. Looking impressive early on, Spirit of Knightmare here. The Steel Avenger comes across his bows, and again, Disc-O-Inferno this time. Where did that metal come from? Panic Attack or Disc-O-Inferno? Slamming into Spirit of Knightmare before moving away. Crunching into Fighting Talk again. I think Knightmare looks good here, and has the disc stopped, I wonder? Well, the pit release button has been depressed. The judges watch on, so do the crowd. Who's going to go down the pit first and be eliminated straight away? Fighting Talk looks to be still competitive, but is it a danger to others? I don't know. Panic Attack right in there, the yellow with the skirts these days for extra protection. Moving away from danger, Disc-O-Inferno with a slam on Fighting Talk. Is Fighting Talk mobile? Oh, I don't think so now. What's happened to the hippo? Look at this. Oh, it was once a sand pit. Sand to sand, dust to dust, ashes to ashes. You've had your lot. I would have thought Disc-O-Inferno up on its side. The forks of Panic Attack will be crucial here as the Annihilator goes on. And Spirit of Knightmare showing away against Disc-O-Inferno, which looked invincible coming into this Annihilator for me. But the blade has stopped spinning, it looks like. That's the way to do it, in underneath, turning it on to Matilda on the great flywheel, spun Disc-O-Inferno into the air. Good driving of Spirit of Knightmare, taking there, Disc-O-Inferno into the CPZ, and then of course the lift robots can come in, and they're being counted out now by the ref bot. That's the end of Fighting Talk. So it looks as if they will be the first to go, but Disc-O-Inferno looks to have very little life left in them. The first robot Annihilator, though, is Fighting Talk. Counted out, there's the red card.
Talk, all talk and no trousers. They are eliminated. How you doing? Turn around. I think you suffered at the hands of Disc-O-Inferno there, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. But then again, not a very solid robot, yours, is it?
Well, not really. Plastic hippopotamus is not going to really hold off against a spinning disc.
It's it. Yeah, a plastic hippopotamus has got no chance in the Robot Wars arena. So why did you build one?
Fun.
Fun? I thought Napalm were going to go out before you.
So did I. We just couldn't get to them.
If you would have got to them, I think you could have survived at least the first round of the Annihilator anyway.
Yeah, I think there was a queue holding up, just trying to get in there to give them a smashing.
What about this plastic hippopotamus thing, though? I mean, you're not going to build something that can be a bit more solid, a bit more durable.
Yeah, maybe next year it'll be a bit harder.
Have you been bitten by the bug now?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it. Fighting Talk.
Well, after that big mash-up, word is in the pits that Disc-O-Inferno are having a lot of trouble putting their robot back together. Here they are, hard at work. Team, hello. I hear you're having a few problems. What's the damage?
Yeah, well, we've damaged some beams and things, but we've managed to repair that. Problem is the electronics are now playing up. We're not sure what's going on there.
Okay, and George Francis is helping you out. That's got to be a good sign. Does it look good, George? Is there hope?
I'm a bit puzzled at the moment. Still working on it.
Okay.
Doing my best.
Do you think you'll get back together for the next bout?
I don't know. What's going on is very strange, and so we don't understand how it's possible, even. So.
Okay.
Yeah, no idea.
Good luck. You haven't got long.
So, the first weak link says goodbye. That's the only rule round here. No votes, no nominations, only the strong survive. So, We're ready to cut down 5 to 4. Then unleash the second round!
Unfortunately, there's a problem in the pits with Napalm. Now, what's going on? Because you were moving, at least at the end of that bout.
We were moving round in circles. We have to move in a straight line. In order to get back out into the arena next time, we couldn't. We couldn't get out into the arena, so therefore we're having to bow out. And Matilda has also caused some severe damage to us.
She's good at that, isn't she?
She's very good at that.
So there's no point in you going back in because you'd be sitting ducks and you don't think you can fix it in time?
We've got 5 minutes. We need about 5 days.
So too have gone 8-year-old Alex McBride's Fighting Hippo with Fighting Talk and Napalm eliminated. It leaves us with 4.
Well, we're ready to kick off here for round 2. As you know, after that surprising news, 2 robots have been eliminated, so there are only 4 of us here, and still fairly confident, I think. Kim, do you think you can do it? Can you hold it together?
Well, it's held together with sticky tape now, so I don't
You
know.
took a lot of damage from Matilda, didn't you?
We did, yeah.
Are you confident, young man?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Any grudges happening here? Anybody you'd like to?
Matilda.
Matilda. Okay, that says it all, doesn't it? How are you faring up? Did you have to do much work in the pits?
Yeah, we had quite a bit of work to do. Took quite a bit of damage from Disc-O.
Yeah.
We've lost his own disc now. He hit him with a big whack and bent his shaft and we can't get it straight.
Okay.
But we have still got our flipper and
the
our
axe.
axes. And
Good
we
luck.
are going out there and we are giving it everything we've got again.
Come on, come on. Don't back down yet. What about you, team? Word in the pits is that you've done the least work.
Well, we've changed the batteries, tightened a few bolts. We took a lot of stick from the Disc-O boys. There's a big bend in the back. All the chassis bent, but
Okay.
I think it still runs okay.
But you could be holding up the strongest.
We hope so. I hope so.
Good luck. Disc-O-Inferno, did you manage to sort out that problem that was totally foxing you and physically impossible?
Yeah, there was some mystery with electronics, but we seem to have solved that. I'm not sure, but we're quietly confident again, I think, really.
Are you?
It's the best way to put it, yeah.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Now, hopefully one of these robots will go out, but as we've seen before, it could be 2, 3, or maybe all of them.
Roboteers, stand by.
It's the survival of the fittest after all. Panic attack in there. And Disc-O-Inferno spinning the disc already. There they are together in the pod, the 2 teams. There's Spirit of Knightmare. And the Steel Avenger. John Willoughby at the controls. Along with the Spirit of Knightmare team on the left there. Nigel Paget, Malcolm Summers and Lee Summers. Matilda's in the arena for us. With the tough exoskeleton. She lacks self-control, you know. I've seen her. And Shunt. Can't self-right, we don't mind. It can push just about anything else out of the arena.
3, 2, 1.
They're at close orders already. The Steel Avenger backing away. In goes Spirit of Knightmare. Now, I'm surprised they're doing so well, and all of a sudden the Steel Avenger is on its side. That's not good. And Panic Attack driving there against the arena sidewall. In go the mighty forklifts that once upon a time took Panic Attack to the British Championship title. Twice a Robot Wars Series semi-finalist after that. And the Steel Avenger is on its side. Righting though, using those side arms, which effectively act as 3-mech, self-righting mechanisms. Panic Attack senses though that the Steel Avenger is the weakest here. Disc-O-Inferno seems to be all right after the repairs. Spirit of Knightmare with that refined wedge shape and the 70cm wide pneumatic lifter coming in, and Panic Attack in underneath. Disc-O-Inferno once again, in slams the Steel Avenger. Panic Attack right in the middle of this, and also the ref, but oi, ref, get out of there. Let's get your glasses on, ref. Out comes the Steel Avenger to take on Disc-O-Inferno. Is that wise with the 30 kilo, 3,000 RPM large rotating flywheel? Again, it seems to have stopped though, as the Spirit of Knightmare comes in underneath the Steel Avenger. A vent of steam from the war zone floor, doesn't do any damage. Still the feather duster is intact. Sparks around the arena, flames as well. We've got the floor flipper, we've got the great pit. No one's pressed the button. In goes the Steel Avenger axe, the pneumatic axe. John Willoughby was saying it's just about to axe anyone. There goes the pit release siren. Down goes the pit. Oh, goodness me. Both Panic Attack and the Spirit of Knightmare came so close there. Panic Attack also deadly near a CPZ, a corner patrol zone. bossed by the house robots. This is very even so far. This is a good Annihilator battle as the Panic Attack team got plenty of motor left in. Yes, here they come again, Panic Attack. 24-volt motor to slam into Spirit of Knightmare. In the centre of the arena, oh, the axe comes down from Steel Avenger, trying to get hold there. Failed to do so on Hypno-Disc. Takes on Panic Attack with the almost impregnable armour we've heard and seen before. And slicing into the side skirts, though, a dent is made. A dent, we'll call it a chasm. Over goes the Steel Avenger. In goes Disc-O-Inferno. Look at this, there's a real pile up there. And the damage was caused by Spirit of Knightmare, dragging away the Steel Avenger and rolling the Avenger. Very well armoured, Spirit of Knightmare. Good control. Not a bad top speed and impressive so far. And for me, the Steel Avenger is next to go. Yes, the ref body's counting out John and Jackie Willoughby's Steel Avenger. Tony Bates is in that team as well, and equally dismayed, because that's it for the Steel Avenger. Next to go, and then there were three.
Now there's a tenner for the books. Steel Avenger, annihilated, and out of the Annihilator! What happened there then?
Don't know.
Well, yourself right to stop for a start.
We must have lost.
For a start.
We must have lost.
For a
Yeah,
start.
started for a stop. We must have lost some gas.
Right.
It just didn't have the power there.
Yeah.
It did it once.
It looked like Disc-O-Inferno took it out there or something.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of pounding out there, so something could have gone wrong.
You're doing really well. You're having a good fight with Panic Attack, a real good ding-dong, and we
Good
thought...
fun. Yeah, good fun.
Well, you know, we thought you and Panic Attack were going to be like the last two men standing.
Yeah, we did as well. Yeah.
And, well, there's I hate to say lesser robots, but lesser robots seem to have proved themselves to be mighty in this instance.
They're very good. Yeah, all credit to them.
You did all right, but we expected to go a lot further than this.
Well, it would have been nice, but somebody's got to go out at each stage, so it was our turn to go.
It's a great shame that it had to be you, because you're one of our favourite robots. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it. Beautiful team, Steel Avenger!
Beauty meets the beasts of Robot Wars, Extreme Disc-O-Inferno and Spirit of Knightmare and Panic Attack, and it's that trio surviving.
Well, we were about to kick off with round 3, but there's some good news for the opposition. Juliet, I hear Panic Attack's got some problems.
Yes, Craig, there's breaking news in the pits, and that is that Panic Attack might not be ready for the next bout. Kim, what's the problem?
Well, we took on a hell of a lot of damage in that. It's wrecked the whole back end, so we'll go and have a look at it. Hopefully we'll get it back together. But
You haven't got long.
No.
Would you like my help?
I would.
I'm good with a hammer. I think I'll leave you to it. Haven't got long, get to work. See you in a minute.
So, the bad news is we're going to have to put the Annihilator on hold for a while. But the good news is it just gives us time for another battle. And this time, someone wants vengeance.
Craig, I'm with Bigger Brother in the pits. They're still with us on Extreme. Previously, you had a tag team event, didn't you?
Yes.
And what happened?
We lost.
And then it really all kicked off. We better have a look at that.
Bigger Brother and Major Tom against Come and Get X and Spawn Again was the tag team terror contest. And Bigger Brother didn't like the way that Major Tom was dissed.
Come and Get X. No respect for the Union flag there. You're just bashing it.
Well, do they deserve to wear it?
Oh! I can see it. I can see a grudge match coming on.
Only when their robots are working properly.
Oh!
Well, they were really rude to you, weren't they, those Come and Get X team?
Yeah.
Now, I think what they're talking is a load of old rubbish. I think you can beat them. What do you reckon?
I think so.
Yeah, why do you think so?
We're tougher than they are.
Yeah.
We've got a massive flipper which can flip half a ton.
Woo! That's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
So are you confident that you're going to go in there
Yeah.
and strike your revenge, because that's what you want, isn't it? You want vengeance.
Nail him.
Yeah.
Can't have cheek like that.
Exactly, no cheek like that. Let's go and meet the opposition. Come and get Rex. They are two tough kids, are they not? Oh, yeah?
You want scary? Look at that.
Yeah, quite scary. Is this really about the robots or is this personal?
They dishonoured the flag.
Okay, so this is about the right to fly the flag.
Yep.
I can hardly wait.
From Brighton in Sussex, Bigger Brother.
The flipper, which 8-year-old Joe Watts says can lift half a ton, comes from an industrial digger. It's got a 0 ground clearance, 96 kilos. It's the heavier here, 12 miles an hour, top speeds.
From the Isle of Wight, come and get your eggs.
A 0.3 ground clearance shouldn't be flipped, and its own flipper arm can hoist 200 kilos, acts as a streamek as well.
Roboteers, stand by.
Bigger brother team, Ian Watts the dad, little Joe 8 and Ellie is 6. Come and get it. Ian Gear, Alistair Curtis Horsfield and Tom, his son. Sir Killalot's in the arena. Invincible, we think so. And alongside him, Sergeant Bash with a long-range flamethrower weapon.
3, 2.
Come and get it. It's on the left-hand side. Bigger brother moving away and dodging. Well, Joe Watts is a big Roger the Dodger fan, actually. Come and get it. Down comes the axe. But certainly the sprightlier of the two is the brother at this moment. Oh, and a little flip, and Come and get it's on its side and up and over. And has Bigger brother already won this vengeance crunch? Over went Come and get it to 93 kilos as effortlessly as that. And Bigger brother's hoisting arm already working with tremendous effect, and in comes the sergeant with the pincers, and Come and get it rights itself with the long arm. The sergeant's flame licks out. Bigger brother's taking the sergeant onto the CPZ, and he's flipped the sergeant. Well, Joe Watts is the weapon operator here at just 8.5 he is actually. No half measures from him. Over goes Sergeant Bash. Sir Killalot didn't like the look at the difference in size. Sir Killalot is huge. Trundling over Bigger brother. You ain't gonna flip that, young Joe. I think you better just turn turtle and get out of there. Spinning with Come and get it to have a go at Killalot. They're combining, are they? Hang on. This is a vengeance grudge match. No. You're not supposed to be having a go at ours. You're supposed to be having a go at theirs. Come and get it with the axe into the midriff of our Knight of the Realm. Spinning round, not a round table, but the arena floor. Sir Killalot under pressure. In comes the great lance and claw. Now you're both in my particular patch, says Sir Killalot, in my CPZ. See how you like it, and Come and get tricks with a little thrust. And Sir Killalot's got them both pinned in there now. Are they ruining the bravado of a moment ago? Come and get tricks. There is little Joe Watts at the controls of Bigger brother. Not after Come and get tricks, but still after Sir Killalot spinning. Showboating, really. Tremendous performance by him so far. He's a real showman, isn't he? With his daddy in behind him, a broadcast engineer by trade. He loves his aqua diving. Come and get it at this moment in time. Out of the middle of the arena, not swimming anywhere. Treading water more like. And Bigger brother, oh, but overcame the overarm. Come and get it turns into front crawl. Bigger brother, side on, tried to flip. Didn't get away with it. Comes in again. Looking to get that little flipper in underneath Come and get Rix. As I said before, a 0.3 ground clearance. And it has a little side skirt now. Oh, down goes the pit release button. Affected by Bigger brother. Needs to get away from there then. And force Come and get Rix onto the pit and down. Onto the side sparks, the angle grinder. That's the floor flipper, by the way. There you can see in the yellow and black Come and get Rix with the axe. One last valiant Effort, it's done very well actually to stay in there, but it's on the lip of the pit! And it's almost rocked itself in, it's in now! And Bigger Brother follows suit shortly afterwards, any moment now, but is the winner of this.
Come and get her, Rix. Gets a right good kick in. The winner of the vengeance, the extreme vengeance, Bigger Brother! Well, stand back here, sir. Stand back here. Do as you're told.
We never do that.
I know. That's why you're in an extreme vengeance. You just got your teeth kicked in as well, didn't you?
Nah, not really.
Oh, what do you mean, not really? They put you in the pit.
Eventually.
Eventually? They toyed you for a while, like a cat would play with a mouse, and they threw you in the pit. Come on, own up. Battered.
This was a ploy. We haven't got against each other. It was just to get Kill-A-Lot. We wanted to have a crack at Kill-A-Lot.
You did have a crack, and you almost had him. You almost had him. You got your action a few times, didn't you?
Oh, yeah, a few times.
But you know that tag team battle when you won? You were with Spawn again, weren't you? They were with Major Tom. Now, Major Tom was draped in a Union Jack. And you said to these kids, right, that their team didn't have the right to fly the flag. What are you doing saying that, man?
They lost.
Well, they lost, but, you know, to say to these kids that they haven't got the right to fly the flag, that really upset you, didn't it, Joe?
No.
It didn't upset you at all then, no?
Not a lot.
So it was just a ploy to get at Kill-A-Lot then? Yeah. And I've been taken in, haven't I? I've got egg all over my face now, haven't I? Do you have a good time having a go at Kill-A-Lot, though?
Yes.
You couldn't get him over, though, could you?
No.
No, you couldn't. Although, what have you got against Sergeant Bat?
He was interfering.
He was interfering?
We were going to throw him out of the arena, and he came and started having a nip at him, so he had to go over, didn't he?
He had to go. Do you enjoy that, did you, Ellie?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think you've got the right to fly the flag?
Yeah.
You do. I'll tell you what I'll do for you then. Because these come and get Eric's boys, I reckon they're nasty bullies picking on little kids like you. Especially when you're so cute, Ellie.
Yeah.
Right. So what I'm going to do is, come here. You can fly the flag. Show it to the audience. Ladies and gentlemen, Bigger Brother! There you go, guys.
We won, didn't we? That was fantastic. Are you proud of yourself?
Yeah.
Yes. You have the flag now. You've proved yourself. Are you pleased?
Yes.
And come and get her, X. What have you got to say to them? They're losers, aren't they?
Yeah, they're losers.
Yes.
Right then, in the pits, they're gearing up for round 3 of the Annihilator. Panic Attack was having a few problems earlier. Julia, how are they doing now?
They've got Derek, the technical supervisor, chatting. You giving them good advice, Derek?
Well, I don't know if it's good advice, but we're so severely damaged, I don't think we're going to go back in again.
Kim, that doesn't sound positive, does it?
Well, I said it was sticky tape and plastic before we went in, and they hit the back end and just ripped it right off. And we've actually lost magnets in one of the motors as well, so. And the weapon is destroyed. So.
Oh, it's been a great sport. Nuts to go into Annihilator in the first place, but well done.
Thanks very much.
Cheers, Derek. Back to you.
Unbelievable. Panic Attack is out of the competition. And Disc-O-Inferno and Spirit of Knightmare have got to be relieved about that. And obviously, with just 2 of them left, that means we're straight into the biggie, the Annihilator final.
Well, there's been a lot of scraping robots back together for the final of this Annihilator. It's probably been the toughest one that we've seen. We should have had 4 fights to get here, and we've only had 2, but the competition is looking quite strong, we think. Now, they don't call this extreme for nothing, do they?
No, we're amazed it's still working, really. We spent a long time hammering our beams back straight, and There's a few hits left in the disc, so we tend to make use of that.
We've got enough hits to take them out, we think.
Have they?
Well, they've done all the damage to us so far, so perhaps it's a payback time for us.
Okay.
And our tactics are going to be just to push and pit.
Fantastic. In a few minutes' time, we will have an Annihilator champion.
Well, I must admit, I've got no idea how this one's going to go. But Jonathan, how do these two look on paper?
Craig, let's look at strengths and weaknesses. Spirit of Nightmare is invertible. It has the pneumatic lifter, but it is a little bit slow. Disc-O-Inferno has that rotating disc. Also can run both ways up, but it is a high ground clearance.
Thanks, John Boy. But now, we always knew there can only be one winner. On Robot Wars, second place is nowhere. So let's settle this thing right here, right now. First up, put them together, take them apart, put them back together again. Spirit of Nightmare! And fire up some frenzy for Disc-O-Inferno!
Roboteers, stand by.
There's the Spirit of Nightmare team, Nigel, Malcolm and Lee. And Mark Marshall and Nick Bullock in the Disc-O-Inferno box. Our house robots in the war zone, the pushing power of Shunt with the axe and the scoop. And Sergeant Bash has fully recovered from the dust-up last time around.
3, 2, 1.
Disc-O-Inferno on the left has the more potent weaponry with a spinning disc, that's for sure, but if Spirit of Nightmare can get a broadside attack on, it can get in underneath that high ground clearance, and indeed does so. There's the lifting wedge at the front, 70 centimetres wide. There's the spinning disc of Disc-O-Inferno. They dodge each other. Oh, we've got to dodge that disc, whatever you do. Again, they're in underneath. There's the little flipper, and something's come off the side of Spirit of Nightmare's flipper, and it's bent and buckled, and I wonder if that will now be able to work properly. Look at that! Almost ripped off the pneumatic lifter, crashing against the ref bot. Disc-O-Inferno will turn and smash against Spirit of Nightmare again. Spirit of Nightmare trying to get side on to get the cone in underneath. Can't do so, slams against the side. Disc-O-Inferno looks a little bit sluggish, top speed of 10 miles an hour, slightly the quicker of the two. Slightly the lighter of the two as well. Moving again to rip and shred, bend and with effect again. The pit release button's activated. Disc-O-Inferno is to the side. Look at the damage caused to the front of Spirit of Nightmare. And I don't think that is working properly. The pneumatic lifter. They don't seem to be moving freely, Spirit of Nightmare. I think they've been impressive throughout this Annihilator. But when faced with a 30 kilo, 3,000 RPM spinning flywheel of Mark Marshall and Nick Bullock, well, Nigel Paget, Malcolm Summers and young Lee had very little chance of survival, it would seem. Oh-ho! Slice and dice time. Backing away to come crunching forward on another assault. Look at that! It really is dishevelled and bent and buckled and almost ripped clean off there. On one side, it's actually buckled back onto itself. Described as a refined wedge, Spirit of Nightmare. There is no refinement in Disc-O-Inferno's attacks, and from now on in, Spirit of Nightmare, it's damage limitation for you. And they know it there, don't they? Lee Summers at the controls of Spirit of Nightmare, 15 years of age at King Edward VII College. Oh dear. The damage is unending for Spirit of Nightmare, and now surely it's buckled in an open position, and look at the back of it as well. As the ref bot starts to count them out, it's almost crumpled. It's almost split apart. And they're out of the competition, Spirit of Nightmare. The Annihilator winner, Disc-O-Inferno. And now the house robots, Bash and Shunt, can come in and finish the Knightmare boys off. A nod from Lee Summers. Cool in defeat. He knows now the house robots can drag Spirit of Knightmare off to their lair. Up they go, dropped by Shunt, shoveled onto the floor flipper, and away they go. 100 kilos crashing to the deck. The Knightmare flies on and on and on. But the nightmarish result of the Annihilator final for the Summers boys and Nigel Paget is defeat. And ultimately, the pit of oblivion. Disc-O-Inferno, the last to survive the Annihilator winners.
Spirit of Knightmare, consigned to the pit of oblivion. The winner, burn baby burn, it's Disc-O-Inferno! That is one battered robot.
Well, yeah, I think so, yeah. But I think we really suffered in the early rounds.
Well, can I just say, I mean, to get this far, robots have been dropping out, they've been pulling out, they've been too battered. It shows the durability of your robot, it shows its tenacity.
Yeah.
You couldn't just quite get past the final hurdle there, which was Disc-O-Inferno.
No. They're very good. Very good.
Too much damage in previous rounds.
Well, that's the thing about the Annihilator. You've got to keep going and going and going. There's 6 robots and it comes down to one. But as I say, it shows how durable you've been.
Yeah, we knew what we were in for and we were quite prepared for it.
Unlike some of the robots, you can walk away with your head held high after this, can't you?
Oh, yes, yeah.
Well done. Let's hear it. Spirit of Knightmare! Come on! You won the Annihilator!
We did, yes. It's quite a surprise, isn't it?
As I was saying to them, it just shows how durable your robot is because...
Well, we
It's nice and malleable and we can bang it back into shape. I think that's what it shows.
Yeah, but like, you know, when you've got 6 robots and they're all going hammer and tongs, I mean, you do take an awful beating there, don't you?
Yeah.
Has the damage been difficult to repair?
Yeah, we didn't think we were going to be back in after like the first bit.
We've had some hectic times in the pits, really. Working quite hard and...
Well, you really have to build a durable robot if you're going to survive Robot Wars Extreme. What do you think of the competition?
Yeah, they were all very good. Nice of them not to have any too hard bits to break our blades off again. But yeah, that's good.
And you enjoyed it?
Yeah, it's
Did you think you were going to win?
No, not at all.
Not at all.
All I can say to you is, you're tonight's Annihilator champions. Let's hear it for Disc-O-Inferno! Well, Spirit of Knightmare just had an awful dream. It dreamt it'd just been battered on Robot Wars Extreme. Bye-bye. Next time on the last Robot Wars Extreme of the series, our All-Stars Championship final. Razor versus Tornado. Let the carnage begin.